So, listen, I had a crazy weekend last weekend.
Oh, did you now?
I did. Okay, so listen.
Please do tell.
Listen, there's this bird that has been living on the wreath of my door.
Casual.
Casual,
As birds do.
As birds do.
Because they're spies for the government.
You see that one bird that, like, salutes to Putin?
Yeah. And also, whenever the government shut down, haven't you noticed that there is literally no birds in the air on the same days? Because they're spies for the government.
Oh.
It's all a conspiracy.
It's all conspiracy.
Anyway, continue on with your bird spy story.
So yeah, the bird had made a nest in the wreath.
As birds do.
And I noticed that it had laid.
Do.
I noticed it had laid eggs.
Oh, that's sweet. It's a mother.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. You have a
Don't
little family of birds.
You know where this is going. Don't make it worse.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, so I think it was Sunday night. I let Milo
it's the day
out.
the government's off.
Shut up. You freaking conspiracy. Government.
God, continue.
Well, I took Milo out to go to the bathroom, and then we came back, and my roommate was like, she had the door wide open, the lights were shut off, and I was like, what the heck is she doing? And I realized that when I opened the door, the bird flew in the house.
Oh, no.
Yes, and so we have, like, a German Shepherd over here, which her boyfriend is trying to hold back from devouring the bird. And me and Brianna are trying to get the bird out. I did not realize that Milo had gotten so close to the bird because, like, I started scooting the bird along the windowsill because I was trying to grab it and I couldn't grab it. And so it kept scooting along the windowsill, and finally it got, like, in eye level with Milo, and he just reached up and real quick, right out the air, and literally all three of us were like, fuck no!
You're like, no! Spit it out!
No, I literally grabbed this dude's jaw and, like, pried it open and then just started, like, trying to push the bird out. Oh my god, it was the worst moment of my life. There's blood all over my hands, and, like, yeah, like, the bird was dead.
The spy did not survive.
It did not survive.
Jeez. Did, like, Milo, like, chop it up?
No, but he punctured it, like, right in a certain, I don't know where he punctured it. I couldn't look at the bird because I was trying to get Milo away from the bird. And I didn't see, but he had, I guess, his teeth had just, like, hit the right spots. And
jeez.
It, like, yeah, the bird ruptured.
Rip the bird and the family. Fuck Milo.
And so then...
He just killed a whole family of spies right there. And I'm just like, what the freak?
The spies.
The spies! Milo over here.
He killed 5 spies.
Wait. We're acting like this is a terrible thing. Milo is saving you guys from being spied on by the government. He is the hero of this story. He is the goddamn hero. Mo, you've been acting like Milo's on your shit list. He should not be on your shit list. He saved you. He saved you from spying. I don't know what your roommate's doing. But clearly, she's doing some
honestly, right now,
stuff.
we're trying to save the 4 other spies.
Why?
Because
let them die. You're not your mother.
No, honestly, though, like, I was talking to Brianna the other day, and she's like, I kind of hope they die because I don't want to take care of them anymore. She was like, I'm just doing this so that way in the end I can say we did everything we could. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pincher's Anime Edition. As always, I'm your host Mo.
And I'm Matty, and we're just a little podcast that talks about different animes with our fellow weebs out there. But yeah. So, once again, I said that really fast, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's cool. Once again, we are recording on a Thursday.
Yes.
It is literally 9:30.
It's Easter weekend, okay? We're all just... I'm wanting to go home. You're wanting to go to Rockwall.
I'm going to Rockwall. I have to wine and dine the family that's going to be housing me this summer. So hopefully I don't come back in tears because I embarrassed myself in front of them.
I think you'll be fine. You're actually a lot better around parents than what you think you are.
Not last weekend, as we have already discussed earlier today. It was awkward.
Listen, my parents love you. They probably love you more than they love me.
I can concur with that. You're an amazing human being, but I'm just that kid that comes over for the good stuff and they never see the bad.
They just literally, like, they're always like, how's Matt doing? How's Matt? You know, is Matt gonna come over?
You mean Maddie?
Oh, well, Maddie. Well, you know.
But yeah, I love it.
Like, literally, my grandma's always like, if you need a place to stay, you can always stay at my house.
I appreciate it, but who wants to go back to Bartlesville? Literally, her house that's a mile away from my own house in Bartlesville.
Your car's just chilling there, and your mom's like, why are you...
He's like, why? Is he back in Bartlesville? I'm like, that's not Bertha.
That's not Bertha.
That is not my car with the bumper falling off. Yeah, my brother said it might be time for me to buy a new bumper. He said the zip ties aren't working anymore.
I didn't need zip ties on Bertha. That's so dangerous.
It's. You remember on that one pledge retreat I went on like 2 years ago?
No.
And my bumper fell off. Remember that story? When I hit the ditch and the bumper like fell off and it's been zip tied since then.
That is so dangerous, Maddie.
Is it really?
Yes.
What's the worst that can happen?
It falls off again on the highway.
It didn't fall off that much to begin with. It was just kind of dangling off the car. I'll re-zip tie it. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be driving in Dallas.
Oh, did I tell you that I had a momentary lapse and almost signed up for The Voice?
What?
Yeah. I don't...
What? Can you even sing?
No.
Our fans know. Wait. What?
No, I just thought like, oh, I want to sign up for The Voice. Like, I want to see if I would actually make it. Like,
okay, I
even to the
haven't...
blind auditions.
I won't lie. I've also thought the exact same thing.
I'm like, I just want to see if I'd make it to the blind auditions. I don't even want to like win. I just want to see if I would make it.
I'm like, I don't want to be anything. Like, I don't know how to sing.
No, literally, they were like,
I just want Kelly Clarkson to tell me like, hey, what's your life like? And I'll be like, let me tell you about my tragedy. That's my life story.
No, literally, they were like, tell us about yourself. I started spewing out this like tragic life story and like shit, and I was like, on account of my ADHD and like I've had depression and anxiety for like the past like year that I've been trying to work through, and
oh my god,
and so I'm doing this to get out of my comfort zone. Being in front of an audience terrifies me.
Yeah, I would just go. Exactly. What would I go about? What should be my focus on The Voice? To be like, music's the only thing.
My parents never really loved me.
I can't say that on the podcast, can I?
Yes, do your parents listen?
No.
Well, then yeah.
It's fine. One of these days they're going to listen to it and they'll listen to this episode and they'll be like, we're done with you. We disown you. And I'll be like,
haven't they already, though?
But yeah, I'll just talk about, I'm like, music's the only thing that's ever made me feel loved.
I grew up
so poor.
I was very different than my family.
I didn't realize I didn't wear my glasses because I didn't think I needed them, but apparently I can't see. And then one day I put glasses on and I saw color for the first time.
My parents never truly loved me. I always felt like an orphan.
And then my parents died. More like they're dead to me, but it's the same thing.
I don't talk to my parents anymore.
Because they don't love me because of who I am.
I've also struggled with anxiety.
We should audition. They'd believe us, right?
You just have to have those sob stories.
I speak a different language. Dutch was so hard to get by with.
Well, when I was in elementary school, I only spoke Dutch, and so it was hard for me.
Until the third, which is kind of true. Until the third grade, I could not communicate with other people, which is why it was so weird. I also couldn't read till the third grade.
I also felt I always had friends, but I was always all alone in the world.
Dude, you're hitting all the bullet points right now. And I'm like, now that I'm here at the blind auditions, I had all these people supporting me, but I was like, but in high school you gave me swirlies in the toilet.
High school you gave me swirlies in the toilet.
And you beat the crap out of me and you called me bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep. That's exactly what would happen.
Yes!
We should audition.
I just think about it and I'm like, man, if I had a good enough sob story, they would totally put me on The Voice.
Oh yeah. And then we have to sing. So I
totally
what we do?
Would make it. But I just want to go. I just want to be on TV and
No, you know how to make it past the first round? Sing an anime opening.
Sasageo.
That would be perfect. Literally, I go up like, Jaeger!
No, I've actually thought about the songs I would sing though.
What
If
is
I
it?
did a blind audition.
What is it?
So I would either sing Elton John's "I'm Still Standing"
Okay.
because,
We'll practice this off the podcast,
Yes.
and I'll be like,
or I would sing the cover version of an Audio Slave song called "Like a Stone"
okay,
by Sean James.
because we have to cut it down to like what 30 seconds. How long are their auditions?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I just.
You have not given it that much thought. You're
I
a
am
fake
not.
voice
Literally,
fan.
I wouldn't even be able to continue if I even they were like, "Oh yeah, we want you to do a blind audition." I wouldn't be able to continue
I'd
because
be
I'm
like-
doing a program next year.
You'd be like,
I'd be like, "I didn't think I'd make it this far. Oh my god."
and then they're like, "What's your aspirations?" I'm like, "I want to be famous."
No, literally, I put
And then
there,
you just plug the podcast the entire time.
No, literally, I put on there. I was like, "Yeah, I'm finishing up my degree at Oklahoma State University in microbiology and cellular and molecular genetics, and I'm hoping to do a career in medical laboratory science." Not anything to do with me being famous or wanting to sing for for the rest of my life or anything.
Wait, did you actually submit this?
No, because
Oh.
you have to make videos and send in submission videos, and then they contact you and they're like, "We want you to come to a blind audition."
I kind of want to do this now.
Dude, I know. I was like, man, if I wish I would have done this earlier, in life, in college, because then I could have submitted something and then, because I just want to see if I would make it to the blind
That'd
audition.
be, dude. If I got it to the blind, do we have to pay for it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I just want to see if I'd make it to the blind audition and then see if any of the judges would actually pick me.
Dude, I would just go in there singing an anime song, 100%,
Yes.
and I'll be like, "Kelly, please choose me."
Suyoku nareru to you
Let's see, what song? I would either sing. I would probably sing Inferno from Fire Force.
You're being serious about this.
I thought about it, Mo. I thought about it because there's this one part if I can get the vocal range up there, it's kind of impressive. I also do something that's really weird with my voice, or I would do I really like My Dearest from Guilty Crown, but I can't sing it to save my life.
Makes me call Imagine
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, "You guys should not audition for the voice at all."
No, I literally thought about I was
Or
like,
Mira Nick. I would not get anywhere with that song. What's another one? What's another one? Oh, the song from Given.
Oh,
I can't sing it, but if I could sing it, if I could actually sing it, oh yeah, it would be so good. Dude, and if I go there with a mainstream song like Sasagio, the crowd would love me. The crowd would love
I
me.
just imagine all the weebs holy shit, he's singing Sasageo.
Dude, it's the only thing I ever want. I want someone to go on The Voice singing an anime song. They've done it in other countries. I want someone up
Yes.
there. Is it too much to ask?
Dude, do it. This is your time. You should call it. Listen, this was destiny that I brought up. The Voice.
What if I get on the... I don't want to be famous. I don't want to sing for the rest of my life.
You're famous for seeing the anime opening.
Dude, that would be so embarrassing. Everyone would be like, "Oh, you're the kid that sang the anime opener." I'm like, "That was me. I'm going to change my hairstyle now and make sure no one recognizes
But
me."
no, you would be so if you think about it though, if you got on and people remembered you for that honestly, you'd be so memorable in interviews. That's the kid that went on The Voice.
Singing anime openings.
Singing anime opening.
Mm-hmm. And I would just be plugging "Hey, I have a podcast. It's called Binger's Anime Edition. Check me out. I curse a lot in it. It's not PG."
And it's not PG.
And then my family will start listening to my podcast, and then I will get screwed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Do we have anything else that we'd like to talk about?
We just cried at our songs.
You cried at my song, and I was like, "What the freak? Why did you cry?"
No, okay, so listen. We were just talking earlier about how listen, there's this concept of picking songs that when you meet your significant other, or when you know that person's the one or anything, it's the song that kind of plays in your head and your heart, and you're it's kind of like fireworks, or people see fireworks and all that, and mine is I hear a symphony by Cody Fry, and yeah, you thought it was really cheesy
It's
at first.
super cheesy, guys.
But then you were like,
at the end of it, I was like, okay, this is a little sweet. I can see like you like going in, you kind of switch. Also, I really don't think this is a thing.
well, this would also be the song that, like, if my life were a movie, this is the song that would be playing when I finally get together with the other main lead.
Yeah. And in mine,
It
Mo was shocked that I even had a song.
Yeah.
But I've definitely thought about this, and it's For Forever from Dear Evan Hansen. And literally, we're listening to this, and I'm like choreographing.
No, he's
the
literally
kiss.
sitting here like telling me how it's all gonna go down, and like how like the literal story. Like, I feel like I'm sitting here reading like a comic or something, and like the main characters are like getting together, and like there's music to it and stuff like that. And he's sitting here telling me about it, and I'm literally like, oh my god, I'm starting to cry because
She was literally crying. Why were you crying?
I just thought it was so sweet. Like,
And like I am very
because it's
cynical.
really, well, listen, like, I don't normally see guys like, thinking about that kind of stuff.
Especially me.
Yeah, especially you. Like, this is like a side of you that I don't really ever see, like this like really sweet, like, really like hopeless romantic side of
Okay,
you.
I'm a total hopeless romantic. I don't know if you've ever realized that about me, but like when I picture like love in the future, I literally like how I picture it is like I come home from work and then my significant other is like cooking bacon on the table. I don't know, making dinner, and I go up behind them like, "Hey babe, how's it going?" And I give them a little hug, and then it's just like, okay,
That's so cute. My heart.
okay,
Oh,
and then like,
he's blushing.
am I actually blushing?
Yes.
And then we're just like, cuddled up on the couch drinking our coffee. Okay.
It's just like stabby at the heart.
Yeah, but I'm never
I'm
fucking
such-
finding love, so
Listen.
it's fine.
No, I'm a hopeless romantic with commitment issues. It's a terrible combo.
Oh, you are. For me, it's more of that I have the most toxic taste in people. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Mo. And then when I finally find someone I sort of kind of like, platonic or not, I get obsessed. I become Yunogasai. I realize now that Yunogasai is the type of woman I want in my life. I want to be Yunogasai for someone else in their life.
No, I want to be Yunogasai.
I will be Yunogasai because I'll do anything for my Yuki.
You'll do it.
It's my roommate.
I'll do anything for senpai.
Anything for my liefde.
What?
It's Dutch for my love.
My liefde.
Ik liefde.
Ik liefde. Ew, that sounds kind of gross.
Ik wil do any.
Ik wil een patat.
Ik wil één patat. Alsjeblieft. I want a single fry. As my mom would say, it doesn't make any sense. And it does not. So we will go on with the episode because we have rambled
It's
for
getting
a
late,
laugh way
and
too
I have
long.
to go back home
Where do you have to go home for?
because
Oh, you're going back to Beeville.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, you want to get dinner after this?
it's like almost 10 o'clock.
Is that too late for dinner?
Most of the places are closed.
That's disappointing. Coney Island probably isn't.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's not that great. And it's probably full of drunk people right now. Anyway, let's get to the episode. So, Mo, what are we doing this week?
We are doing a top 10 episode. Yes, we're doing top 10 most disturbing and grotesque scenes in anime.
Yeah, so when we say gross and grotesque, how did we actually quantify this?
Literally, like, my whole thing was that, like, if literally I had to, like, turn the phone away at, like, some point.
And
'cause
cringe.
and, like, literally curl up and just, like, cringe.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, okay, that's going on the list.
Yeah, and there's a couple on our honorable mentions are on the list because they didn't necessarily, I puked. One of them, what we're going to mention, I literally started vomiting after I finished the show.
But, like, most are not honorable mentions. We do believe that these were disturbing and grotesque, but it just didn't make us cringe in the way the other
We
ones
also
did.
kind of wanted more of a gore factor, if we're going to be honest. Yeah. So, I'm going to let you go first because I have no idea what number 10 is.
Okay, so number 10, it's from the anime called...
Wait, hold up. Is there anything else we need to explain in our logic at all before we actually talk about the episode?
No, I think that we act like...
We can just go for it.
I think we just go
Let's
for
just
it
go
and
for
talk
it.
for the scene and then,
Dude, I have no idea what's going to be coming out of our mouths today. So, one, this is not a PG episode. Also, major spoilers in
Yes.
a lot of these. So, okay.
So
Mo,
number 10 on our list is.
wait, should we talk about anything
God.
else?
What
Oh,
else?
wait, are you want to talk about the number 10 on its list?
That's
Would
what
you-
I was
Oh,
doing.
okay. Like, how about you do that?
What the fuck? So number 10.
But maybe.
I'm gonna slap you so hard.
Oh, wait, I have a song for this. Let me just play it from my
Shut
Spotify list.
up.
Oh, are you going to cry this time?
You're such a bitch.
I know I am. I'm never finding love. We know it.
Your Matilda voice.
What?
What?
What's number 10? Can you already spit it out? God.
It's from Kaiji.
What? Kaiji.
Kaiji.
Which anime
I
is this?
can't remember the whole title of it.
Which one is this?
It's like a gangster, like gambling.
Oh, it's the
anime.
gambling one. I think I saw a scene from this one.
Yeah. So number 10, it's the main character. I've never seen this anime, but
Okay,
I have it
continue.
on my list to watch. I don't really know what is happening in
Wait,
this
is it the
scene.
one where like he gets a lot of debt and he has to like try to skip the debt by doing these like intense
No.
gambling things?
So
Oh, that's
there's,
a
like-
completely different anime.
No, I don't know. But this dude, I'm just gonna like kind of describe the scene. I think that they're like trying to rough him up or something because he's like into a lot of debt, and so they put this device on his finger.
Yeah, I know. I saw this.
And it
scene.
just starts,
Oh.
it slowly like indents under his fingernail.
like a little needle, just like
Yeah, just slowly like under the fingernail. Literally the whole time I was like,
guys. When it comes to fingers and pain, oh yeah. Okay.
and so yes, that was a scene that really made me. I was like, oh fuck no.
And it was funny because he's like in this scene, he's like, "Oh, it's so much pain. It's excruciating. It's like electricity, like you know, like shooting off of him to like emphasize how much pain he's in." But like you see the thing, like the little needle going under the fingernail.
Yes, and I'm like,
Oh. We will put a link in the podcast description.
yes,
for
we
you
will put
guys
links
watch.
to all of these.
Except for the first one, I
Yes.
think we can't find that link. We will
Yes.
get there.
Okay, so that was our number 10.
Number
nine.
9. More fingernails.
More fingernails.
Because when it comes to torture, fingernails are the way to go.
Yes.
So, as you guys know, we reviewed Higurashi not too long ago. In Higurashi,
Yes.
pretty much the whole show is just a bunch of fucked up torture and stuff. Like, every character has their psychotic movement. But probably the most grotesque was when Mion made Shion or whichever.
Yeah,
Eon,
Mio and
Eon,
Shion.
whatever Eon had to
I think
like...
it was Shion.
Yeah, whichever was like had to redeem themselves for something they did wrong by ripping off 3 of her fingernails, and oh my gosh, like
Yeah, to like restore her like honor back into the family.
Yeah,
She
and
had to
and, like,
willingly
she-
remove 3 fingernails.
yeah, well, she willingly removed one, and then she pussied out all the other ones. I was like, bitch, get over
But
it.
then they just like forced
And
her.
then like the family was just like literally like stomping on the thing, like remove her hand fingernails, and I was like, one fucked up family.
just it has to do with like fingernails and like
And just-
removal.
Guys,
like,
just
I
picture the
can't.
nail just getting
Oh,
ripped
no.
off the hand,
Nope.
and you see blood coming off, and you just hear a ear-piercing scream.
Oh god.
So number 8.
Number 8, we have Akira.
Jeez, this one was kind of. I just watched the video for it before.
Yeah,
this
it's
episode.
really it's so freaking grotesque. Like
Oh, yeah.
like so like I don't really remember like the plot. It's been a long time since I've seen Akira, but with the plot of Akira, it's like this whole like machine and like some sort of like mind connection with like machines and well
yeah.
it like takes over and he starts like morphing into this like grotesque
Flesh
like
blob thing.
yeah, that basically is just like devouring everything like in its path.
including people and like.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, guys.
Like literally it's like organs are like spilling out and like
Oh, yeah,
ripping and it's like you could tell like oh, shit, this dude's like in pain. Like
Oh, it's so bad. Like, also they trying to make a live action of this.
yeah, I think they did.
I think no, they've announced it and it's been in production for the past like 10 years.
I don't know how they would make a live action of this, especially with that scene, because that's like
Lots of CGI. Oh, can you imagine? Oh,
Oh.
if it's good, if it's well done, like, oh my gosh, if it's really badly
that would
done.
be like the anime movie of the year if it's well done.
Oh, dude, can you imagine just flesh blob?
Oh.
Just you can just feel the flesh like coming
Stop,
off
no.
your shoulder and just splitting down your skin, and then you see
Oh.
wires and
You
cables
just-
coming out. baby.
But it's just like, it not
yeah.
only is he just like morphing into this thing, but like all of this thing, but like all of this like technology and like surrounding things are like morphing into his body.
Yeah, and
which
it's
is,
just like he's becoming like, it's like a giant baby. It kind of looks like. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so gross, guys.
eyes are like popping out.
I've never
like,
seen this anime, and
yeah.
I still don't want to.
It's been a while since I've seen
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I want to. It's just a movie.
Yeah,
so
it's
not
just a
that bad.
movie.
We'll put a link in the description for it. Oh, yes, guys.
To number 7.
Man, we're going through this very fast. So
Well, I didn't think that, it was gonna go very,
Well, we'll start talking more, because trust me, when we get like higher
Well, we get
up
up
on this
higher,
list,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright.
7.
Number 7 is the Jason torture scene from Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my god.
Another fingernail.
Another fingernail torture thing. Jeez, guys. I remember watching this. I literally skipped church. I was sitting in the church parking lot
skip church.
watching this scene. Guys, did I need Jesus or did I need the torture scene from Tokyo Ghoul?
I think, I don't know. It was just like, I remember, because I think this was one of the first ever torture scenes I've ever seen in anime. And I think, like, when I first watched it, I don't think I could watch it. Like, I had to skip past it a
at
little
first
bit.
I think I watched it. I was like, fucking Kaneki's being a whiny bitch again. And then I was like, oh, now that I think about it, he's actually going through a lot of hell right now. Like, this is quite unfortunate.
But I think the thing that gets me is that he's continually breaking off toes and fingers, and they're growing back.
Yeah, because he's a ghoul. And
Yeah.
so, like, pretty much Jason has captured Kaneki. Sorry, spoilers. And he's, like, in a chair. And Jason's pretty much, like, using pliers, ripping fingers off and cleaning fingernails. And, like, I think we
Toes
see
and-
fingernails ripped off in some points. And we, like, see it. And it's just breaking toes and nails. And then, like, it's pretty much Kaneki's also having a psychotic break. So he's coming in and out of consciousness. And every time he's out of conscious, like, he's unconscious, he sees Riza. And Riza's like, oh, you're
He's, like,
slowly morphing into
yeah.
who I want you to be.
He's fighting with, like, the ghoul side of him and then the human side.
And it's just like constant. He just wants to. He's like, kill me, kill me. And then he gets a centipede shoved in his ear.
Yes. Oh, that's the
Oh,
eye.
and you just feel the centipede crawling into your ear and just devouring his brain.
Shut up.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine? I
No,
feel like
I don't even want to.
part of me is like, that's kind of kinky, and then the other part of me is like, I don't want a centipede up my ear, and then another part of me is like, do I?
It's just like,
Ugh.
I think what makes it even worse later on is like when he finally like kind of embraces his ghoul side and he's actually able to get out of that situation. He starts doing the exact same stuff to Jason.
Oh yeah, he like literally takes the centipede
Literally like
out of his
ripping
ear.
his arms and like.
And like he does the cracking knuckle thing, which I do all the time.
Dude, I know.
I'll just
cracking
walk
knuckle.
around and I'll just like crack a knuckle and I'm like, I am Kaneki and I will kill everyone.
You know they're a weeb when they go around and cracking knuckles like this.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then and also there's that part where he literally kills 2 innocent people in front of Kaneki. Oh
yes,
dude, and then
he's like, you gotta pick one.
And then Kaneki goes through a hair color change, which apparently is a common thing in anime whenever you become someone else.
Yeah, that was the whole thing where I was like, I don't know why his hair turned white. Maybe it's just because he
Dude,
embraced the cool side.
Kaneki's hair just changes colors a lot. Like it just,
Yeah.
first season goes from black to white. The second season it goes white to like peppered gray, and then it goes like black and white again, and then it goes back to black, and then it goes back to white, and it's just like, Kaneki, you gotta. I'm like, bro,
Kaneki, pick a hair color.
this
dude.
kid is going through so many like
and
midlife
it's like
crises.
when you get to like this third season and stuff like that, it's kind of like it. You know how it's like white and like gray and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like he's embraced like both sides of himself.
Yeah, and then everyone just hated that season because it was just really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I just like the part where they like him and the main girl got together and they.
yeah,
I thought that was
I
kinda
stopped
sweet.
watching then. I was like, fuck this. I'm like, can we go back to angsty slow burn?
Can we go back to angsty slow burn?
You know me and my fan fiction taste.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, should I read more fan fiction tonight?
Yes.
I think it's a good call.
Bruh, I found a new site.
Oh, the manga Go has been solutioned. Wait.
Yes. It has Manga Go is still down, but there's this one called MangaOwl.net.
Oh, I've been on that before.
Yes, and I've been reading my manga.
Is there a lot on it?
Yes.
Is it not as good as Manga Go?
Yes.
Correct. You're correct in this.
It
assessment.
has a shit ton of ads. Manga Go does not have ads. It has ads on Manga Go until you register, and then the ads go away. But even though I registered with Manga Out, The odds are still there. And
I think this
keep
should be number
accidentally
one.
clicking on them.
Guys, this is now our number one on this list of most traumatic things in the anime community. Is that the fact that there is literally ads. I don't know why I said it that way.
Now I get messages that Amber from 2 miles away wants to hook up.
I was like, are we talking about my mom?
No.
Alrighty, so ripping fingernails off.
Yes.
Centipedes in the ear. So you want to go to number 6? Have you seen this scene?
Number 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this scene.
Okay.
I've seen Elfin Lead.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, number 6 is from Elfin Lead, and when I say Elfin Lead, y'all probably know which one I'm talking about. It's the puppy scene.
Yeah, it was pretty tragic.
Listen, I wanted so hard. Like, when I watched it, I was like, please don't kill the puppy.
Don't kill the puppy.
I knew they were going to kill the puppy, but I was like, please don't kill the puppy. Please don't kill the puppy. Anything but the puppy.
Yeah, so do you want to describe the scene? Or do you want me to describe the scene in my sexy synopsis voice?
I can describe it.
Okay, go. I
Okay,
prefer that.
so I don't.
I like it when you talk.
Oh, okay. It's not like this.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No! Anyway, tortures. Oh, talking about grotesque. Torture scene from Elfin Lead.
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember if is it Lucy.
Yeah, her name's
okay, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy, little girl, finds like a puppy or something like that.
Her only friend.
And yeah, the puppy's like her only friend, and blah 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 blah. Some boys like from a school are like bullying her, and so they start like. I think they start like throwing like rocks at the puppy and stuff like that.
Well, they throw rocks at Lucy as well.
Yeah, they throw rocks at Lucy and the puppy I think kind of like, I'm gonna like protect her, and then they killed the puppy.
Yeah, so pretty much. And I was like, oh, they're gonna kill the puppy. I don't give a shit about the puppy, right? I don't care.
give a shit about the puppy.
But what was so awful with this scene was like they literally had her held down, and they're like, oh, how are we gonna do? I'm like, bullies. You go from like, making fun of someone for being weird and different, to like literally killing animals. I'm like, these kids are psychopaths. Literally, they're psychopaths. And they literally like grab like a vase, and you just hear them like pounding on the puppy, and you see the blood on it, and you just hear, oh.
That's the part I hate. You just hear them like.
And then like the little girl's like, stop it, why would you do that? And then Lucy loses her shit, and like the vectors release, and she decapitates and slaughters all the little children. But it's worth. They were justified.
They deserved it.
Were they?
Yes.
It was almost just. Oh.
Yes.
I don't think puppies are equated.
And
to
I'm gonna
human
tell
life.
you.
Oh.
Every single person would think the exact same way that I do. They'd say those kids deserve that shit.
Well, I mean, okay.
I bet you if we posted a question in the forum, tons of people would be like, "Oh yeah, they fucking deserved it."
But puppies don't have souls. They don't equate to human life.
We're not gonna talk about. Nope.
That is not the law of equivalent exchange.
Shut up. We're not to.
We're not to that part yet. But yeah, this scene was pretty awful. I was shocked this was so high on the list because it's just a puppy dying.
Okay, I honestly I have more of a problem with puppies dying than I have people.
Okay,
listen,
Mo, we need to
when I watch things and stuff, I'm like, man, I hope if a person dies, I'm like, cool, but I'm like, I hope the dog doesn't die. I just don't want the dog to die.
Okay, and everyone's over here like, Matt, you're so fucked up and stuff, and I'm like, at least I don't want fucking dogs to not die.
A lot of people would think the exact same way that I do. They would be like, I don't really care if somebody dies in this movie or TV show, but I don't want the animals to die.
It's just an animal. They don't matter.
See, that's where it's just you haven't met the right animal.
You're right. Have you met my cats?
Yeah.
They're kind of crazy. She's a bitch. And then the other one is like super needy and anal. And I'm like, Mocha, back off. Like, I need my personal space. Girl, like, come on. Geet. And then I like one like, hey. Geet. I did have one cat I really liked. Yannicka. She got eaten by coyotes.
Oh, no.
It's fine. She was the only one that would she would like curl up in a ball on my bed. But not get in my personal space. She would just sit on the corner of the bed. And I'm like, she wouldn't pee on it either. And she was such a thoughtful cat. And then she died.
But yeah, animals, man.
But yeah, so next on the list, okay, next on, number 5. Yeah. Do you want to do number 5?
Yeah.
Wait. No, I'll
Well,
do
you
number
do. Yeah, you do number 5.
Okay. So we also reviewed this anime in our October theme animes, which did very poorly.
I
on our
know.
stat.
I know. I wonder why they did so poorly, but
This episode's probably gonna do really bad too. We're over here like Mo and I love like the grotesque stuff in anime, and then everyone else is like, "Nah, fam, we want to watch Haikyuu."
let's watch Haikyuu and My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia fan theory, which I probably could do. Oh my gosh, have you heard what's going on in the manga?
I've heard a little bit.
Dude, do you know what just the last chapter of it happened? Like,
No.
do you want me to tell you?
Do you want to tell me?
I do want to tell you. Major spoilers for My Hero Academia.
If you don't want to listen,
please skip over. So in the last chapter, Deku just dipped from UA.
What?
Yeah. And he's going on like a hero slayer, like the hero killer stain kind of thing. He's going on a vigilante thing.
So he just like dropped out of UA. And
Yeah,
he's
I don't
like...
know exactly why, but following the My War arc and then also the...
Isn't the manga gonna end soon?
We thought, but now Deku is going off the bandwagon.
What if Deku's the traitor?
Okay, so this is my new... I'm going to make this a whole fan theory thing. I'm going to do a separate episode. I'll talk about it to you later, but I have a thought. I'm thinking, what if they're going to change that whole trope on its head? What if the traitor is going to be revealed when, you know, Deku's doing his little thing, and then he comes in contact with the traitor, the other student? Because I think Shinso is now replacing...
Dude, that would be so freaking cool if, like, he was doing his whole little vigilante thing, and then all of a sudden he sees the traitor when he's, like, out
And
doing
then,
his...
like, that's the moment maybe he goes back to UA or, like, changes his view on Hero Society, or he helps it, or
what
maybe
if he just,
solidifies it,
he
or
tries
kills
to, like,
it.
help?
What if he kills the student?
Well, no, like, what if he tries to, like, help the student
I
or
don't
something,
know.
like, in the background and stuff, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, I don't want to, like, hurt you or anything.
That's
and
what I
don't
think
wanna
will
tell
happen, because
anyone.
Shinso is going to probably replace Deku in Class 1A when we all thought the traitor was going to be the one replaced. What if the traitor's just been chilling and the traitor's going to be...
Shinso was supposed to be in 1A the whole time.
Yeah, we
Like,
all were hoping
Who
Mineta.
the fucking Mineta was in 1A?
Yeah. Anyway, end of My Hero talk. I'll probably do my own little,
I
like...
cannot believe Deku just left UA.
Yeah, he freaking dipped.
He dipped.
And this is not
He's a
till
piece.
Dude, this is not till like season 7 either. This will probably be the very beginning of season 7.
So there's still gonna be like 3 more seasons, you think?
Well, season 5 is happening right now. They just started airing it. And then season 6 will probably be the villain arc. No, it'll probably be... I think season 6 will be everything but the war arc.
Do you think season 6 is when we'll find out about the whole Dobby situation?
Yes. No,
Or season 5?
That's during the war arc, which I don't... The war arc is massively long. I don't think the war arc is going to be covered in season 6
Well, they'll probably
completely.
do, like,
I
maybe
think
the
they'll do a
last little
movie.
bit. Oh, you think they'll do a whole
I
movie of the war
think
arc?
they'll set it up for a movie, and they'll make the war arc and a movie in its own, which I think would be
and then
really
continue
cool.
on with the anime.
Because they've been doing a lot of movies for My Hero that aren't canon, but they've been also like working with it. So I think that they'll do like maybe a war.
So
it'll be the war arc.
It's like how they're kind of doing for like Demon Slayer, and the whole Mugen Train arc is going to be like a movie, and then they're continuing on.
Yeah, so I think the war arc will be its own, and then following the movie, I think they'll go straight into season 7, which will be the prison break arc, Deku dipping, and then like the repercussions of the war arc and all that stuff, and then his vigilante crazy stuff. The end of season 7 probably will end with the UA traitor being revealed, and then season 8 potentially, depending on how the manga goes.
Also, can we say a lot of animes are getting movies right now? Because Jujutsu Kaisen just got
renewed for a movie,
renewed for a movie,
and then AOT just got renewed for a second part for season 4.
But it's not gonna come out until like 2022.
Yeah, which honestly I'm really happy about, because the rest of this season is just a straight out war. Like the
straight up shit show.
No, the whole thing's just a fight. But this fight is at such a massive scale that AOT has never done before, that Mappa, good luck, baby. Because even a year of time, they're not going to be able to finish animating it all. Like, it's insane. Like, they're going to be having to pop out a lot of crap.
I know. I saw like a ton of TikToks and stuff where like people were getting kind of pissed off that the part 2's not coming until next year.
Yeah, okay. Also, I watched with a couple friends, and they were like, why are, like, they were hyping this up as the series finale, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what are you talking about? This was never hyped up as the series finale.
Like, it was only 12 episodes.
And I'm like, on top of that, the manga still has not ended. The manga ends the end of this week. The last chapter of the manga is coming out.
Bro. You know there's gonna be shit ton of spoilers out on Twitter and everywhere.
I know. Potato girl. Oh no! Like,
shut up! I haven't seen it yet.
So many people
No,
died.
I saw a TikTok today about that, and I was like, "Fuck you! I haven't seen it yet."
Oh, you know what? Fuck you, Mo. Because you know the reason why it was spoiled for me is because of this fucking podcast.
I didn't say fuck you.
You know what? No, I'm saying fuck you. Because you remember when we did the AOT episode for this podcast almost a year ago? Wow. A whole year ago. You know what episode? The spoiler I read was that character's death. I was like going through the wiki and they're like, "Oh yeah, this character got randomly shot by some random character." I was like, "Oh no."
No, because it was like this sweet thing where like she's like in love with this whole like
cook,
and then it was a drawing that somebody did, a freaking animated drawing, and it was like scenes of like, you know, them being together, and then all of a sudden it's a grave and him, and he's like crying, and I was like, fuck you, animator, I haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, the dangerous side of TikTok. Anyway, what were we talking about before this tangent?
Corpse party.
Oh, corpse party. That's what I was supposed to talk about. Oh, what scene did we pick from this?
Scissors.
Oh yeah, so you remember when we reviewed Corpse Party, we talked about, oh, are we talking about the specific? Oh, yeah. So you know the scissors that I literally like found at my place of employment, like these massive scissors. I'm like, this is from Corpse Party. That, you know, there's just a lot from this. Cutting out tongues specifically. Also in the missing footage one that we didn't really review, they cut literal skulls off with the scissors.
Yeah.
Just the scissors in general.
Okay, I don't like the scissors whole.
But, you know,
but like the whole tongue thing where it was like. Yeah, like she was like going through and like cutting
snip, motherfuckers.
Tongues off.
Yeah, it's like
of the kids.
Oh, you want to keep screaming? How about I just cut off your tongue while you're screaming on the floor?
Like I remember that whole scene, and I kind of like had to like kind of like watch it, but like fast forward through it because I couldn't like.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. Also, rip that teacher who was literally unconscious the entire time and then got decapitated by falling roof debris.
She literally almost made it out.
She's like unconscious the entire time, and she's like, "It's okay. It's not your fault the student died. Let's get out."
But the scene that I didn't like at the end and stuff was that the two girls got out and they were just each holding like an arm.
Yeah, because originally like that kid was supposed to survive. The one dude that got like saved them from like that one dude died, and some other chick was supposed to survive. I think the small girl was also supposed to survive, and they all just got butchered.
The sister.
Yeah. Oni-chan. Anytime I watched Charlotte the other day, and they're the entire time was like, "Big brother."
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
I thought we talked about this.
No.
I really liked it. It was a little fucked up.
Did you see the ending coming?
I mean, I was kind of just waiting for him to heal himself to reverse time, and I still don't know why he didn't do that. Because he literally got a healing ability, and he didn't heal himself in reverse time, which I was like, bro, you should have done that. But okay.
That whole fucked up part and stuff was that like he got so fucking freaked out, and you know,
he lost his shit. And then somebody died because of him. Did someone die because of him?
Yeah, the like whole water dude.
Oh yeah, he was cool. It was a good show. Why are we reviewing Charlotte now?
No, we're not.
Okay, so Corpse Party, yeah, cutting tongues off, gross. Okay, how about you?
Okay, no.
Actually, should we switch these two, because I don't even know anything about number 3.
I do know about number 3.
So should I do number 4 real quick?
Sure.
I love this scene. I just wanted to do this scene. So we also reviewed this anime during the October theme. This one has done the worst out of all of our episodes. Thanks, guys. Please support another. So another one of
your favorite. It did the worst.
Favorite animes. Okay. So you know, another has a lot of just graphic deaths, and honestly, kind of comical, like the random pillar of doom that kind of falls on around. You know. But this scene. Just imagine this. You go to class. You're doing your everyday thing. Your teacher walks in with pretty much like a basketball bag. A basketball bag?
A basketball bag.
Baseball bag. And he's just like, "Guys, I'm sorry I failed you." And he pulls out a fucking knife. I'm like, oh, cool, he got a knife. You know, as a student, I'd be like, this is kind of terrifying. And then he's waving it like a madman. And then he's like,
"We're all gonna die."
And he shoves it in his throat. And then cuts off his head pretty much, and then there's blood spewing all over the students.
No, that's not what happens. He pushes it up against the blackboard and just continues.
No, that's when they cry. That's the little blue-haired girl.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, no, because this is the one where like he shoves it in his throat and then he goes sideways and then the blood spews all over the students.
Yes. Now
And then the girl in the front's just screaming, and I'm like, yes, girl. You
Yes,
should
girl.
be screaming. And half the students are like puking, the others like are running out. They're also extremely small and frail. I realize how skinny these students are, and they're all screaming. And then the teacher's like, oh my
frail
god,
Japanese students.
yeah. And all the teachers like, oh my god, this is awful. And then they all go back to school like the next day.
Yeah.
Literally. And then like the assistant teacher's like, oh my god, what do we do? What do we do? She just killed herself. He just killed himself. I'm like, bitch, you knew this was gonna happen because you're the fucking message.
Because you're the fucking cause of this.
You're the problem.
You're the problem.
Go away. Go drown again. Sorry, that's not funny, is it? But yeah, guys, imagine we're chilling in physics and Mr. Metter comes in. He's like, guys, I failed you guys. And shink. What did we? Oh, or Miss Kono. Because we were in that class together. It was the only class in high school I think we had together.
I don't remember you being in that class.
I sat
me.
behind you. Do you not remember? Be like, hey, how about
no,
you? Like,
Daniel Mazzaro sat behind me, and you want to know why? Because I had a huge crush on Daniel Mazzaro.
No, we had one time I was sitting behind you because remember she was talking about like Abraham Lincoln's speech, and I was like. And she's like, I don't know if I'd be able to hear. I'm like, well, you probably can't hear anything because of how old you are. Do you remember that? You were sitting in front of me and you were like, Matt, you can't say that. And I was like, I can say what the fuck I want to say.
No, I would have thought that was funny. I wouldn't have said that.
Were you in third hour with her?
I think I was like in fourth.
I'm trying to remember if I was in fourth hour or not. I remember band and then I had physics. And I think I had con over after that. Were you in the big class or the small class?
I was in the small class.
I was in the small class. We were in the same class.
I don't remember you being in that class.
Yeah, because I had first hour, I had band, then I had I had physics, and then I had to take traditional English. I complained about this all the time. And then, because we had Russell Drummond in our class.
Yeah.
And Megan Hayes. Because Megan was reading that book that one time.
Listen. Was Daniel Mazaris in your class?
I think he was.
Okay, because if Daniel Mazaris was in your class, then I was in your class because he was the only one that I remember being in that class because I had a huge crush on him my junior year.
Well, because we had the small class and we sat by each other. Or I think at one point.
Maybe you sat in front of me.
I might have sat in front of you and you were like, Matt, you can't say that. And I was like, fuck that, bitch. I can say whatever I want. And no, you weren't there. It was Kristen I was with. I literally go up and she's like, Mr. Yura, I didn't realize that you were such a smart student. Like, I knew you were good at school, but I didn't think you would get to 5? A 5 on the AP? He's like, I never saw that from you. And I was like, I was one of 4 students got a 5 on the A-push exam. And I was like,
I just watched 4 students get a 5 on the A-push
and she's
exam.
like, I just never saw it in you. Like, there were so many other students I figured would get a 5 over you. And I was like, thank you. But thank you also for the scholarship you gave me for your dead son. So I appreciate it.
Mr. Yura.
Mr. Yura. Like,
dude, I love how she always just randomly brought up that her son died.
Yeah, he used to go to OSU. He was an architecture student. His name is engraved in the side of the building.
Is it?
Yeah, they were going on a field trip, and then they got, I think they had a flat tire, so they were stepping outside the car, and a drunk driver ran over his head.
I don't know.
It was quite graphic.
But, like, I remember she just, like, casually told us that, yeah, her son had died, like, by a drunk driver and stuff, and we were like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
She just glossed over it and, like, kept going.
Yeah.
And we were like...
We were definitely in that class together. I know we were.
Did she ever tell you the story about her driving into the donut shop?
Yeah. Our teacher's like, yeah, I drove in the donut shop, but I had to like ask the newspaper not to put in there because I had a reputation as a. Do you remember that time she was talking about the student that like saw the yearbook about the KKK meeting in our high school stadium?
No.
Do you remember that? Oh,
I remember you telling me about it though.
Oh, I remember. She was like, yeah, so like this kid was taking an exam and like they went in the storage rooms and found a yearbook and was going through it, and they had a KKK meeting like at the beginning of the end of the 90s, and I was like. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's a shady bee. Why are we still talking about...
Because you were talking about a teacher.
Dying. And
Miss Connor was the only Japanese teacher we've ever had.
What? No, that's not the reason I chose her. I chose it because we were in this...
No, that's why you chose
No,
her.
I chose it because it's the only class we had together.
We've had other classes together.
Which classes?
We've had other classes. I know we have.
No, we haven't. We barely...
I know we
have. We worked together and that was it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I don't even remember you being in that class.
I do. Who are you going to trust here? Guys, who has a better memory between Mo and I?
You're not wrong.
Who literally remembers the most freaky details? Oh, dude, earlier today we were at the volleyball event and we were just chilling. And I was like, hey, Kyle, nice haircut. He's like, oh, thanks, man. I'm like, you got it around, 12:30 on, Tuesday, right? And then he's like, oh, yeah, man. And then, the new secretary was like, double take. He's like, how did you know that? And I was like, oh, yeah, just
I
me.
just remember stupid details.
And no, it was more of he was like, you looked at him and just knew when the haircut happened. And I was like, no, we saw him at lunch on Tuesday. And I'm like, still kind of creepy that I remember the detail. But everyone was just looking at me like I was this psycho that knew exactly how much his hair had grown since he got the haircut.
But yeah, I don't even remember you being in that class. But then again, I don't remember a majority of the people that were in that class.
Yeah, I don't either.
Except for Daniel Mazoya.
I think Julie Fredenberg was in that class with us.
I don't know who all was in that class.
We could probably figure it out.
I do remember Russell being in that class. Because a lot of the times Russell would ignore the shit out of me.
Yeah, same. He thought I was stupid. And then I got it.
I mean, he wore a top hat every first day of school. So.
Why are we shitting on our classmates? Okay, let's move on. Everyone's like, we don't care. Shut the fuck up.
We're not going to see them again.
No, I'm talking about our devoted listeners because we have so many. Anyway, would you like to do number 3?
Number 3 is Man in Abyss. You all knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Mitty. And
Mitty.
I forgot the other girl's name.
Me too. I thought that was a guy and a girl, but okay.
No, it's 2 girls. So if y'all know the story of Man in Abyss, blah 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 blah. She goes down the levels, and you can't go back up. Stuff starts happening. If you go back up, you can go down as far as you want. Can't go back up. So she gets down to
Wait, I thought you can get back up. That's the whole point.
You can get back up, but a lot of shit starts happening. You start hemorrhaging, and you start vomiting, dizziness. That's why you can go down as far as you want, but the moment you start going back up, all these symptoms start hitting you.
Well, how bad is it?
Well, she got down to the 4th level, and she basically started hallucinating and hemorrhaging in every orifice from her body.
So not just because she was trying to go back up, just because she was on the 4th level?
No, because she was trying to go back up. Literally, there was a part where the guy, the robot that she's with or whatever, was trying to get her away from this creature, and he literally took her up onto a new level. It was something on level 4, but it was up instead of going down, and she instantly just started hemorrhaging out of every orifice of her body.
So how do you get back up?
You have to train your body to be able to handle the symptoms. And she hasn't. She's so you have these whistles that basically tell you what level you can go down.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just watch the anime.
Yeah, you haven't seen the anime, and
which
you
I should be.
You have to train your body for years to be able to handle going back up and down and stuff. That's why her mom was able to go down to
Yeah, I get. I'll watch the fucking anime. How about you tell us about the grotesque scene? Okay.
Okay, so level 7, I
my
think.
God, that was so aggressive.
Level 6 or 7. But it's one of the lowest you can go without. Dying.
Hemorrhaging? Oh.
Dying.
What level?
Level 6 or 7. Because level 8's the one where if you try to go back up from that, you're gonna die.
Is there any ones lower than that?
Yes, they have only discovered from level 8 and up because nobody's ever made it back past level 8. And but the main character believes that her mom is beyond level 8, and so she's trying to get to her mom.
Okay, cool. Continue on about the grotesque scene we're supposed to be reviewing.
Yes, I am. You keep asking questions, though. And, so there's this white whistle or something like that, and he's doing this experiment on kids to see if he can balance out the curse. They call it a curse, basically, of from the 8th to the 7th floor. And so he basically kidnaps orphans and takes them down to the 7th level and does experiments on them. He'll take 2 orphans and basically drop them down to the 8th level and try to bring them back up at rapid speed to see if they can counteract.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's freaking grotesque once you actually learn the whole thing behind what he's doing. and how that happened. And so there's these like two orphaned girls. They have been alone their entire lives. They develop a bond, and at one point one of the girls goes missing, and then the other girl's like, I need to go find her, finds her. And so the white whistle throws both of them in these tubes, shoves them down to the 8th floor, waits for a few seconds, and then starts rapidly bringing them back up. And it's something about the bond that they have with each other is that one of the girls took on the full effect of the curse.
Oh my.
Yeah, like the one that basically melts. She took on the full effect of the curse. And even some of what the other girl, like, that's why the other girl only basically turned into, like, this animal hybrid sort of thing. Basically, she became non-human anymore. And
so both of them got fucked up, but the
yeah,
other
both
one
of them
melted.
basically became non-human anymore. That's the whole thing, is, like, you lose your humanity. And, so, and, like, her name's Mitty, and, like, she basically takes on, like, all of the curse for her, and then some of the curse for the other girl.
Okay.
And she basically, like, melts, and, like, she's conscious, and she understands, like, what's going on around her, but she cannot speak. And the worst thing about it is that she can't die.
What?
She can't die. She's immortal now. And so the white whistle takes her and starts running these experiments on her. And basically, chops her up and, like, you know, sees, like, how she regenerates and, like, all that. And, like, taking eyes out and all that kind of... It's literally, like... And she can feel it. She feels all the pain. But she just can't die. And so finally, you know, and it's, like, you can tell that she's in there. And that she's, like, help me. Like, this is, you know...
Jeez, this is so terrible.
I told you it's terrible.
Like,
when you learn, like, all of the stuff behind that scene and, like, what, you know, like, they've been through, and then, like, what they're going through, and, you know, it's like, oh my god, like, that's terrifying. Made in Abyss is such a good anime. It's such great storytelling, like, let me tell you.
I'm gonna have to watch this just for the D&D inspiration.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, I'll do number 2.
Bunnies.
So, also, neither of us have seen this anime, but I have watched this clip so many times, and I watched it earlier today with some of my friends, and they were like, oh my. So, let's see, guys. It's about this girl that does stuff about killing demons, I think. Pretty much what happens, yes. She goes to this school with friends, and then she also, like...
hunts demons at, like, night or
yeah,
something like that.
Casual. Well, we find out that pretty much the entire city is just hired actors and actresses that are supposed to pretend to do this for this girl. It's like an experiment. Well, pretty much whoever's running the experiment is like, fuck all these people, and unleashes the demon upon this city, which are literally grotesque looking, kind of somewhat cute looking bunnies. But then we get a scene of pure bloodbath of, like, literally humans
ripping
getting
heads off, twisting bodies.
Yeah, shish kebabbing people, and then, like, eating people like corn on the cob,
yes.
And then, like, oh, my favorite, it's when they get all shoved in the giant bag, and then they get blended, and you just see blood everywhere. Then you see people trying to climb the fence to escape, and then people are just shooting them.
But the thing is that, like, you can't kill them, because when you kill one, another one pops up.
Yeah, so, and then these people are just dying, and it's pure bloodbath. And, like, there's that one scene where one of them, I think, is like a car or something, and then, like, is just running over people, and you're just seeing people getting murdered. And
it's just a lot of, like, you're like,
and then, like, the friend who gets ripped in half, like, she's doing the splits, and then it just rips her in half.
I can't.
Yeah, Blood Sea, does not pull its punches. That's for sure. Oh,
like,
my.
It's just, it literally with this, like, last scene, they were like, let's make this the goriest, like, grossest thing where, like, the whole entire time you're just like...
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened. Like, this is number 2 for a reason, guys. This is... I mean, who doesn't want to get human shish kebab? I'm like, hey, guys, American Horror Story Season 6 of Roanoke ripped those 2 random people that walked in and they got a spike up their ass.
Yep. No.
And they still were alive after it.
That shouldn't be possible.
That's what I thought. And then they got burnt alive. And it all got caught in first-person camera perspective. Holy crap.
First-person camera perspective.
I want to
Okay,
watch
so
it.
now we're gonna get on to our honorable mentions.
Yeah, we have 4 now. So
We have 4 honorable
no,
mentions.
we only have 3, maybe. Which one would you like to go with first?
Let's start with FMA.
Everyone knows exactly what we're talking about. This scene didn't necessarily like make us like literally cringe because there wasn't really cringe worthy. It just was like
It didn't make me want to
heartbreaking.
like throw up.
Emotionally
or get sick.
grotesque.
It was just like I literally like when that happened, you were like, "Oh fuck," you know, and like it was disturbing.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it didn't make me like, ooh, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Pretty much in this scene, what happens is that we got Shao Tucker, the
doctor.
biggest fucker of all anime, who's like, hey,
Everybody fucking hates.
everyone hates this guy. He pretty much needs to make a chimera, which is a human/animal hybrid.
Or he has to give
type
up his
thing.
like alchemist
Yeah,
status.
and so he's like,
stuff,
oh, I gotta keep my grant money, pretty much, and he's like doing these experiments, and then pretty much he decides to use his daughter and his dog, and makes a chimera
that can talk.
that can talk, and then we know this because it goes, Big Brother Edward, and then Edward kind of loses his shit.
And then everybody realizes, oh fuck, it's Nina.
Yeah, they literally combine the two, and it's irreversible. Yep. And so, yeah, pretty much.
Because, like, didn't he do the exact same thing, like, with his wife or something?
Yeah, and his wife, like, killed herself, I think, while she was the chimera thing. It's pretty awful. Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, that's scene, guys. Ha ha ha. And so next is, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Which one do you want me to do?
Whichever.
Happy Sugar Life. Yay!
I just think this whole anime was just totally disturbing.
Guys, I will be honest. I have never once physically vomited after watching a show. I vomited after finishing Happy Sugar Life, mostly because of how truly grotesque it made me feel. I was like,
you're like, oh, I feel like I just like watched something I shouldn't have.
like literally, I was like, is this gonna change me? Like, is this gonna? I was so grossed out. Like, part of me also liked the show. Like, I was like, oh, this is like well anime. The music's good. This is not bad. And then after watching and thinking about, it, I'm like, everyone's a pedophile.
Yes.
Everyone just wants this girl.
Either started out as a pedophile or saw this little girl and became a pedophile.
Pretty much. Or became obsessed with the little girl because it's their older brother. And the only characters we like end up getting killed by the obsessed people.
Yes.
Man, maybe I really should give up on my obsession problems on people. No wonder you were so worried about me over winter break.
Yeah.
Maybe Happy Sugar Life did inspire me to just truly become obsessed.
Okay, moving on. Our third honorable mention is School Days.
Should I audition with that song on The Voice?
Yes.
Just
only the true weebs will know what that song is.
Everyone's gonna be like, what the freak is these guys? If I make it past the first round and they're like, oh yeah, we'll train you, I'm going to audition with that in the knockout round.
Yes, I mean, if y'all know, it's
which part of it? The head in the bag, the uncensored version, or
yeah,
the part on the boat
like,
where she's cradling the head is like, we'll be forever.
The only reason I don't put this on the list is because during the actual airing, they just had to put a video of a boat.
Because a freakishly similar murder happened.
Yeah, it's because the freakishly similar murders were happening, and so they had to switch out the original ending with a boat, and so that's the only reason why I didn't put this on the list.
I like the boat, the casual yacht in the
Just
area.
The casual boat that's going down the river.
Yeah. But yeah, those are our honorable mentions. I think that's all of them, right? So now we're talking about the number one most grotesque scene in every anime. Mo, would you like to take it away?
Tokyo Tribe. Dude, I saw a thing that I think Tokyo Tribe's getting a live action.
Are they gonna live action this scene?
That's what I was like. I was like, are they actually gonna like live action like that scene? And listen, if you've ever seen Tokyo Tribe or really anything like by Watch Mojo, like disturbing anime scenes, you know what scene we're talking about.
Oh yeah, because it's not on YouTube anymore for a reason, because it's so bad.
Literally, like this guy Gosh fucks this other guy to death.
Yeah, because you got a very large person that is fitting into a very small person. Not like the guy's not like a small child; it's like an adult. But like the other
guy is
just
like huge.
massive. So you got a big thingading that
A
goes in a
thingading?
tight little shingading, and then like the thingading is way too big for the entire shingading's body.
But the thing is that he keeps going and going and going.
And you just
going.
hear him going ham on
and then
this
you see
dude.
like the blood come from
when the shingading kalakadonks, you know, climaxes, and you see blood coming out of. Oh yeah, and then you see blood coming out of like every single orifice of this dude because the climax literally erupted the guy. He died from it, didn't he?
Yes, he died from it. They were like, and the people like that were on the other side of the curtain were like, what the fuck?
They're like, yeah, this happens. I think they were more like, oh yeah, this happens from time to time, you know. Can you imagine? One, so many questions. One, this guy must have a massive shitonkadonk.
I just keep calling it schlonkadonk.
Because like, also imagine how often he does not have sex because of it. And then how he has to literally fuck people to death.
Can you imagine if there are some people like in real life that have really big dicks or something, and then it's just like they can't have sex because they're like don't fit. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in anything.
Except for you can stretch the human anus the size. You can fit 4 whole raccoons in the human anus.
Why do you know this?
It's like a thing all over TikTok.
Oh my god.
When I was in, did you not know that?
You can fit 4 whole raccoons in the anus?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that that might be like if your anus wasn't attached to your body.
Nope. There's a lot of fisting. Yeah.
Well, also the vagina too. I don't think you could fit 4 whole raccoons in the vagina.
Okay, that's the funny thing because people are like, oh yeah, the vagina can stretch because it's what it's made to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, for like
but I don't
giving
think
birth,
can fit,
you can't.
Like...
Well, one, yes, it probably could if you like were giving birth, but when you're having sex, your body is not having birth when you're having like the vagina.
Well,
I'm
the
assuming.
vagina dilates to 10 centimeters when you're giving birth.
Yeah, how big is 10 centimeters? That's not that big. That's not that big.
Dude, when you think about it, it's pretty big.
Okay, now that I think about it.
The vagina starts out like.
Oh, okay, I see your point now. But like when you're having sex, the vagina doesn't just dilate, right?
I mean, like that's why like foreplay happens a lot.
Yeah, but like
you have to stretch it.
You can't stretch it 10 centimeters, can you? Like
no, you can't stretch it 10 centimeters.
That's what I'm saying.
Sex,
the human anus, you can stretch a ridiculous amount. Because the rectum itself, the rectum can stretch ridiculously. It's the muscle before that kind of like holds it together.
The sphincter?
Yeah, but you can stretch that out too. You can literally force it open.
Oh.
I mean, you can.
Unsettling.
You just really have to like relax.
Wait, so how did somebody know that you could fit 4 whole raccoons in?
I think they just know by like how much you can stretch it out, and then you just compare it to the size of raccoons.
Which honestly makes me think that they've put 4 whole raccoons.
No.
in
Oh, maybe.
I mean, how would you know?
No, I'm curious. Should we try this?
No.
We'll find someone.
If you're gonna try it, I'm not
trying this. I don't want 4 raccoons up my ass.
I don't want 4 raccoons up my ass.
I don't want anything up my ass.
You know how big a raccoon is?
They're pretty big.
Oh.
What was that? Was that a raccoon coming out of your ass?
That was a hiccup, you jerk.
That sounded like a raccoon in your ass.
It's coming up this way.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, God. I'm sitting here in my podcast episode, and then you just see like claw marks coming from the inside of your throat, and you just see a little head just like, oh, hello.
You just like open your mouth and it's.
And then you just see like Rocket Raccoon just like coming out of your mouth. He's like guns ablazing, like, oh, I don't know where the fuck I've been, but here we are. What are we talking about?
Tokyo Tribe.
But yeah, this scene is awful. Yes. It is a reason why it's number 1. Also, what have we talked about this episode?
We've literally rambled, I'm pretty sure, for an hour and
This is
15 minutes.
literally one of our longest episodes because
know.
we rambled so freaking much. What did we talk about? We talked about My Hero, Charlotte. We talked about raccoons in the human ass.
Crying.
Lots of crying. We talked about music playing. Dude, what is the voice auditions?
The voice.
What's the title of this episode going to be?
Raccoons up my ass.
Let's be honest. That's probably what it's going to end up being. There's so many good ones we could do.
I know.
Okay, guys. So I think we're done talking about the most grotesque scenes from anime.
Let me plug.
Plug the podcast, my dude.
We are on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, and TikTok. And we are on those at Bingers Anime Edition and on Twitter at Anime Bingers.
Please comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe, baby. And we can... Honestly, if you guys ever reached out to us, like DMS or something, I'll literally give you my phone number and I'll talk to you for hours. I want new friends.
Okay.
Not, you're fine. But like, subpar at best.
Subpar. I can't agree with that, you know.
Fuck you. I'm an amazing person to be friends
I said
with.
for me!
Oh yeah, I agree. But like, no, I'm not joking. Mo is probably one of my better friends.
Oh.
I'm being sweet today.
We're being too sweet. I don't like it.
I need to eat. So, we have to talk about music rets. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You go.
So, I have never watched this anime.
Oh, God.
But recently, this has been coming up a lot in my friends. I keep bringing up this opening, and I'm just like, I gotta wreck it now. The opening for Yarachi Bitch Club.
Yarachi Bitch Club! Oh, yes! How's that one part?
Body. I don't know what only good part of it is, but I know that both you and Luke love this song, and I was just like, this is
boku wa noichi bitchi boku dayo.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this will be the closest we ever review hentai. Because this is practically only available on Pornhub.
It's hentai.
It is hentai. It is available on Pornhub if anyone wants to watch it. Oh, wait, I'm not encouraging this. No, never mind. I'm joking. I retract.
Pornhub ad. Casual.
Proud sponsor of Binger's Anime Addiction. Addiction?
Pornhub.
Jeez,
Proud
no.
sponsors of.
But it's actually a good song. It gets stuck in your head. Baddie. All right, so what opening are you reviewing so we can move on?
So it's called Lonely and Gorgeous.
This is so sappy.
No, it's from this anime called Paradise Kiss.
Do they just want to be alone? Oh, sorry.
No, it's from this anime called Paradise Kiss, and it's literally like, I don't know, it's a whole mood. You'd have to watch it. Okay. I can't really explain it.
That's fair.
It's kind of like about sort of modeling, but like sex too.
Okay, cool. So that's it. We have to draw from the jar.
The jar.
Let me get the jar.
The jar.
We still have to remake the jar.
Yes.
We'll do that eventually.
Working on it. Okay.
I think it is my turn to draw.
I don't know whose turn it is.
I'm drawing.
Okay. It's so late. I'm so tired.
I am tired. I reach into the jar.
Reach into the jar and pull out our destiny.
Into the abyss.
Oh no, that's one of mine. I can tell.
My first girlfriend.
Oh, my first girlfriend is a gal.
A what?
It's a gal.
What does that mean?
It's like a term in like Japan where it's like a girl that is kind of skimpy. But like she kind of troublemaker skimpy and stuff. Like you'd have to just watch it.
How old is this anime?
It's actually pretty new. It just came out like a couple years ago.
Is it funny?
Yes, I think I remember it being funny.
Is there a dub?
Yes.
Is it available on Funimation?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll be watching it soon. How long is it?
I think it's just 12 episodes.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, this is one they would not make 25 episodes.
I have so much confidence already.
I liked it. From what I remember, I'm probably gonna have to go back and rewatch it because I don't remember what happened in it at all. But I remember
we're gonna rewatch this show and we're literally gonna shoot ourselves.
Well, like I remember it being like this like nerdy dude and stuff that just like wants a girlfriend or like he just wants to get fucking laid. Like that's the whole
Dude,
point in the beginning. Like he's just like, I just want to get fucking laid. I'm a virgin. I just want to get laid. And so he starts going out with this girl who everyone believes is just like super easy. And so he's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to go out with this girl and have sex with her because she's like super easy. But then he finds out that like, oh, she's not as easy as what everyone thought. And so he has to kind of like keep up the act because like he doesn't want to just like tell her like, oh yeah, I just went out with you so we can have sex.
Dude, I feel like this is a lot of the engineers in the school of seat in general.
Yeah.
Because they all don't know how to socialize with women.
They all just have sex.
No, they just want to have sex, but they have no ability to.
Yeah.
My favorite's when I talk to my friends and like, oh yeah, I'm still a virgin. I'm like, I'm like, all power to you, but also like, it's not like they chose to be it. It's just they never had the opportunity to, you know?
They're incels.
What?
Incel.
What does that mean?
It means like involuntary celibate.
Yeah.
It just means it like, do you know what an incel is? It's that it basically means that like they are like involuntary celibates. It's because women just will not have sex with them. And so they blame women for not having.
Joking.
There is the thing. Yeah. Like literally they hate women because women won't have sex with them, and they literally bash women. They're incels.
Jeez. Well, I don't have any friends that do that because they just haven't had the opportunity yet to have sex. And I'm just
incels.
Like, what?
Low-key. Like, without the whole women bashing.
They'll get there, probably. And I'm over here just like, whatever. It's just kind of funny.
I mean, I'm still a virgin.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll move on from this conversation because
we're done.
We talked about this last episode of Goblin Slayer, so we don't have to keep talking about virginity.
Yes.
Anyway,
we're done.
We're done. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. Guys, this is what happens when we record on Tuesday nights. We're not.
It's not a Tuesday.
Is it not?
It's Thursday.
Oh God, I have so much to do tomorrow. No, I don't. I have literally go to work and then cut stuff.
I dipped out of work. I did not want to go to work.
I'm thinking about dipping out of work too.
Do it.
I have to go to the wood shop and cut my furniture.
Cut furniture?
It's made out of plywood. It's gonna take freaking forever. All right, let's be done.
Yes, because I'm tired. I need to get on the road.
I need to eat.
It's
Thank you guys.
10:40.
Oh, jeez. Good luck. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of our podcast. We really appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we'll talk to you next week with My Girlfriend is a Gal.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.